Okay, question 18 was as follows. It is given that y varies direct as 2x and inversely as z squared, and y is equal to 4 when x is equal to 8 and z is equal to 2. Find the the value of k, the constant variation, b, value of y when x is equal to 27 and z is equal to 3, c, value of z when x is equal to 24 and y is equal to 3. Okay, so these are the three questions we are supposed to answer. So what we're going to do is we're going back to question A, which is find the value of k, the constant variation. Okay, so here what we're going to do is we are going to come up first with a formula. Okay, so we are going to write y is equal to, now we are told that y varies directly as 2x, so is equal to 2x and inversely as z squared over z squared, okay, because of inversely. Okay, so once we have done that, then the next thing we're going to do is, this is the equation we've come up with. Now we need to put the constant there. So what we're going to do is we're going to write y is equal to, then we say k multiplied by 2x over z squared. Then we are going to evaluate k multiplied by 2x. So we're going to write y is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, k multiplied by 2x will give us 2kx, which is over z squared. Okay, and that is the equation we're going to be using, the one I've circled. That's the one we're going to use in this question A. Remember, I was just coming up with a formula. Then we are also going to use it in question B as well as C. Now remember, you need to be careful when you're forming this equation to use to solve for these letters given. If you make mistake in this and coming up with a formula, that means all the questions will be wrong. All the answers you'll be getting will be wrong. Remember, this is paper 1 where markers will focus on the answers you have given and not steps. So be careful. Immediately you have got different numbers, then it will be dangerous for you. Okay, so let's come to question A. The value of k, the constant variation. Okay, so we are going to use the same formula, which is y is equal to 2kx over z squared. So now when we go back to the statement, we read through, we are given, we check for the numbers we are given. So we are given, the statement is as follows. It is given that y varies directly as 2x and inversely as z squared, and y is equal to 4. So where there is y, we're going to put 4. Then when, so they're saying when x is equal to 8. So as you can see, there is no value for k, so we're going to write 2k, okay, which will be multiplied by, the value of 8 is given, multiplied by 8 over the value of z is given, it's 2 over 2 squared. Okay, once we have done that, then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to evaluate 2 squared, which I'm going to write 4 is equal to 2k multiplied by 8 over 4. Okay, 2 squared is equal to 4. Okay, once I've done that, then I'm going to write 4. I'm going to cancel 4 down, and 4 into 8 will go 2 times. Okay, then I'm going to write 4 is equal to 2k times 4 times 2. Okay, 4 is equal to 2k times 2 will give us 4k. Okay, which will be and you can see the denominator is cancelled out, so there is no need for us to write anything down there. So what at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Why? I want to make k the subject of the formula, or I want k to remain alone on the right side of the equal sign. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Okay, so 4 into 4 will give us 1. 4 into 4k will give us k. Okay, so the value of k is 1. So that is the constant of this, the constant variation in this equation is 1. So the value of k is 1. Let's go to question B. We ask to find the value of y when x is equal to 27 and z is equal to 3. So I'm going to use the same equation that I formulated earlier on in paper, the one which is circled, which is y is equal to 2kx over z squared. Then I'm going to replace the letters. Now, as you can see in the question, y is not given, so I'm going to write y is equal to, then 2k, we know we have 2, then we know the value of k, it is 1, so 2 multiplied by 1, and then what is the value of x there? The value of x is given is 27. When you read the statement in question B, we are given 27 as the value of x, and then we are going to divide all of that by 3 squared. As you can see, z is equal to 3, so it's going to be 3 squared. Then we're going to say equal to, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to evaluate the denominator, which is 3 squared, so I'm going to rewrite what is on top, which is 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 27. Okay, then over, so when we square, we evaluate 3 squared will give us 9. So we're going to say we're going to look for a number that can go into 9 and another number on top. And as you can see, 27 and 9 has got common factors, and the highest common factor is 9. So I'm going to use 9 itself. So I'm going to say 9 into 9, it's 1. 9 into 27, it's 3. Okay, then I'm going to multiply 2 by 1 will give us I'm going to write what is remaining first, then I'm going to multiply 2 by 1 will give us 2, then which will be multiplied by 3, then 2 by 3 will give us 6. Okay, that is the answer. So the value of y when x is equal to 27 and z is equal to 3 is 6. We go to question C. Find the value of z when x is equal to 24 and y is equal to 3. So I'm going to write the formula. Remember, I'm just using the same formula which I've circled in paper there, which is y is equal to 2kx over z squared. Then we're given that the value of y is 3, so I'm going to write 3 is equal to, then 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by what is the value of x. X is given, that is 24. Remember, the values of these letters, we're getting them from question C. Okay, so it's 24, so we're going to say times 24, which will be divided by, are we given the value of z in question C? No, so which will be z squared. Okay, once we have done that, then I'm going to multiply all the numbers on top. So I'm going to write 3 is equal to 2 by 1, it's 2. 2 by 24 will give us 48, which will be over z squared. Okay, now at this time I want to make z, I want to get rid of the fraction. That's the first thing. I want to get rid of the fraction. The intention is I want to make z to be the subject of the formula. So the first step is I want to get rid of the fraction. That means I'm going to multiply both sides by z squared. Okay, so z squared times 3 will give me 3z squared, which will be equal to, then the z squared this side will cancel each other. Okay, then I'm going to remain with 48. Okay, now remember, the intention is to make the z squared the subject of the formula, so which means I'm going to divide both sides by 3. There we have got 3z squared is equal to 48. Now I want to make z squared the subject of the formula. That means I will divide both sides by 3. Okay, so as you can see, 3z squared divided by 3 will give me z squared, which will be equal to 48 divided by 3 will give me 16. And that now after I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the value of, I'm going to square all the numbers. I'm going to find the square root of z squared and 16. So I'm going to put them in a square root sign there. Then I'm going to say the square root of z squared is z, and then the square root of 16 is 4. So the value of z when x is equal to 24 and y is equal to 3 is 4. Okay, so this is where the answers. Let's go to question number 19.